Good afternoon, everyone, and thank you for joining us. My name is Samaan with the United Nations Department of Global Communications. In this press briefing, we will hear what the Spotlight Initiative, the world's largest effort to end violence against women and girls, has achieved and the road ahead. The UN Deputy Secretary General, Amina Mohammed, is here with us, joined by Spotlight Initiative Global Coordinator, Erin. Together, they will launch the initiative's new impact report, Beyond Progress, Securing Gains to End Violence Against Women and Girls. The launch builds on the momentum of the Doha Political Declaration, which reaffirmed that empowering women and girls is key to achieving sustainable development. Deputy Secretary General, the floor is yours.
Thank you very much, colleagues, friends, members of the press. Good afternoon. Every major crisis that we face today, from climate change to conflict to poverty, intersects with one issue: violence against women and girls. That's why the Spotlight Initiative is so essential. This mission has never been more critical, and we know that it will not realize the 2030 agenda and deliver on the commitments of the Doha Political Declaration without the full participation of women and girls. And to participate, they need to be safe from violence and fear. The Spotlight Initiative advances these goals by supporting governments to create gender-responsive laws, policies, and institutions. It focuses on preventing violence, provides high-quality service for survivors, and ensures that the perpetrators are held accountable, all centered on the leadership of civil society. This approach will have prevented an estimated 21 million women and girls from experiencing violence by the end of this year. The report we're launching today shows what is possible when we work across the sectors and institutions. But it also reminds us that any progress we have made is fragile, and we need to work hard to sustain it. Let me bury the lead for a moment and start with what the report reveals. In its first phase, Spotlight's initiative investments across more than 25 countries achieved extraordinary results. More than 540 laws and policies were signed or strengthened to help protect the rights of women and girls. Nearly 8 million young people took part in programs that promote equality and respect. More than 380 million people were reached through campaigns that challenge violence and discrimination. Conviction rates for gender-based violence doubled across 13 countries. These figures and data drive our work, but we need to see the people behind the numbers to understand fully the real impact in people's lives. In Ecuador, a new femicide reparation law is bringing justice to families of victims. In the Democratic Republic of Congo, 4 women trained by the initiative opened a restaurant on how now sustains their community. In Uganda, nearly all girls aged 10 to 19 in project areas joined life skill programs learning confidence and leadership. Civil society has been the beating heart of these successes. Nearly half of Spotlight's resources go directly to local women's organizations so that those closest to the challenge lead the change. At the same time, governments are stepping up too, even in today's severely constrained funding environment, contributing $50 million in domestic funding across 4 countries because they see that these investments still deliver results. We are just getting started, and for every woman whose life has changed, there are millions that are still living in fear and suffering the scars in both body and in mind. That is why our work cannot pause and why our partnerships matter even more. With the continued leadership of the European Union and our other partners, the initiative is entering the next generation of programs in Ecuador, Liberia, Sierra Leone, Uganda, and Zambia. A new regional effort across Africa will deepen this work even further, and it is these partnerships that are helping us to take what works and bring it to scale. Friends, this report is about lives changed, proof that the Spotlight Initiative model does work. With your support, it can go even further, reaching 60 countries by 2030 and prevent 70 million women and girls from experiencing violence while supporting victims. The question isn't whether we can afford to do this, it's whether we can afford not to. Ending violence against women and girls is the foundation of peace, of equality, and of every promise made in Copenhagen, Cairo, Beijing, New York, and today in Doha. The blueprint is here in this report, and now is the time to build on it. Thank you.
Thank you, DSG. We now open up the floor for any questions from the press. Otherwise, that concludes our session.
Yep, we're just
Thank
going to do
you.
this.
You can also find copies of the
Yes.
report right outside this press conference room, so be sure to pick it up.
Done? Good. Still clicking. Okay, thank you.
Thank you, DSG. Thank you, Ms. Kenny.